Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it in the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time, for real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? 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 You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Put that on my soul. They ain't hungry no more when it's time to eat crow. Or farming, I'ma hand to my glow. Ain't gon' argue with you about what I know. Photo album, all I'm seeing is ghosts. Had to remodel from pillar to post. Said what I said, I ain't come here to argue. You said congratulations, should've said sorry. Got it, now you won't be part of the party. Your access denied, I'm sorry, not sorry. When I needed air, niggas wouldn't have farted. Now they pulling up and thinking we solid. Now I'm on the phone talking $1 million topics. Up early, Zoom call out to Abu Dhabi. Don't answer my phone if it's gonna be about gossip. I don't really care, everybody got problems. That's why I be sharing my woes, letting y'all know it's okay, you can come up from the bottom. Scraping, scratching, clawing. Before I start running, I started with crawling. Before I got balance, I started with falling. Started with broke before ever was balling. Started with hope before ever reward. They ain't show up till I became important. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times, couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? Classic. 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 I'm only gonna do this once.
Fighting out of the southpaw stance, standing at 6'2", 190 pounds. I get you. Bro, I made different. I work too hard. Ain't no way I ain't getting paid different. This from the dirt, this from the mud. You ain't slave with me. This was strictly for my homies that was brave with me. You can't come in with me now if you ain't came with me. Skull looking at you side eye if you ain't with me. I seen a couple people try and it ain't in pretty. I only keep the people around that stood on 10 with me. And if they start to stand on 9, that's where it end with me. It can end quickly. And the way I level up, I make them spin differently. I should start a foundation. They be make-a-wishing me. I got these hoes in the fringe. They can't seem to get to me. Babe, I done mastered discipline.
Hey y'all, hit the like and subscribe button while you're here. Classic really appreciates it.
I be listening with my eyes, yeah, I still be trying to see. I be moving like the prize, you can't find another me. Let's get focused, want the fruits of your labor, gotta climb the tree. Yeah, I'm out here planting seeds, cause I got a lot to leave. I be putting in long miles, I ain't gotta stop to breathe. I be putting in long hours, I ain't gotta stop to sleep. Yeah, I put in that time, put in work, I'm a different breed. My work ethic marine, mama mentality, shout out to Bean. Coach life, sweat, city, society, T. I'm in the gym working out. Bad work, 5 punch combination, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3. I'm made different. I work too hard. Ain't no way I ain't getting paid different. This from the dirt, this from the mud. You ain't slave with me. This was strictly for my homies that was brave with me. You can't come in with me now if you ain't came with me. Skull looking at you side eye if you ain't with me. I seen a couple people try
Hey y'all, hit the like and subscribe button while you're here. Classic really appreciates it.
And if they start to stand on 9, that's where it end with me.
It ain't even about being a real dude or a fake dude or put it I'm me.
Classic. Yo, it's Classic with Classic Code Sports, and I'm here with a great live show for y'all. What up to everybody in the chat, man? Make sure y'all talk to me. This is an interactive experience, man. I'm not a dude that's just going to get up here on the live stream and talk to myself the whole time. If y'all talking to me, I'm talking back. Of course, if you are watching from the Classic Codes, super chats, skip the line. Yeah, and if you are watching from Classic Code Sports, the Cash App skips the super chat. You feel what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Classic.
Hey, man, what's going on, man? Who here and ready to talk some boxing today, man? Who here and ready to talk some boxing today? For those of y'all that had impatience for my intro, God bless you. I'm glad that you gone. You know what I'm saying? Because we going to run things the way we run things on this side. Yes, sir. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so you do not miss future live streams. Right now, I am streaming live from YouTube and Kick. I am on 2 YouTube channels right now. And shortly here in about 3 minutes or so, 3 minutes or so, this stream will shut down on the Classic Codes, and it will be exclusively on Classic Codes Sports. So if you want to see the full stream that I'm about to do, we got a few different topics to talk about. Of course, the main one being the smoke and mirrors, right? The smoke and mirrors, right? Yeah. This whole demonstration right here that y'all see on this fire-ass thumbnail that I came up with. Yeah. We will be talking about that. That is the main event for today's conversation card. You feel me? Peanut Butter said, where you living? What are you doing for a living? You watching me. Abel Williams said, hope you get a lot of viewers. I appreciate it. Yo, I subbed. Gratitude. Hey, listen, long as you do your part, like, subscribe, and share this live stream, I'm going to have plenty of subs. You already know what it is. Yes, sir. Yeah, Classic Code Sports has pulled up to the boxing game, and this is it's always going to be in-depth conversation on this side. So for the people who are enthusiast level and above, you really going to appreciate the conversation. The people who are casuals and below, y'all should be here to learn. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all should be here to learn. I ain't gonna lie. Peanut said, I respect your privacy. For sure. Oh, I'm in the Chicagoland area. If you're trying to understand where I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Chicago. Where I'm at currently, I'm not gonna say, but yeah, I'm from Chicago though. You know, everybody that know me, yeah. You know,
the Chicago nigga.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Bill Haney. I know he gonna slide through here at some point. I tagged him on Instagram, and Bill is super active. So if he don't see it, some of his people gonna see it. We got a hell of a conversation to have, Bill. We have a hell of a conversation to have, Bill. So yeah, but today's topic, the first one that we're gonna get into is how does Xander and Boots play out in the ring? How does Xander and Boots play out? That's going to be our first topic for the day, chat. Let's get warmed up. I want y'all to, let me know what y'all think. First off, don't start off with who you think is going to win the fight. I want to talk about how the fight plays out in the ring. What are the potential outcomes in this fight due to the stylistic matchup, right? We've seen both fighters against a couple of different styled fighters, and we've seen their approaches to those styles. Yes, these guys train hard. Yes, I'm sure both of them are getting better daily. And so there will be wrinkles that we haven't seen. That is the timer, chat. I'm going to give y'all 5 more minutes on the Classic Codes, and then it will shut down. And this stream will only be on Classic Code Sports as far as YouTube is concerned. If you're watching from Kick, you can sit tight. But how does this fight play out in the ring? I want to hear what y'all got to say, chat. But I'm going to tell you, there's a few different scenarios that I see for the Boots and Xander fight. And all of them don't involve the same winner. So if y'all already in tune with my channel, or if you just got here, I did a video on what happens or what does Boots prove if he beats Xander. And I did a video on what happens in boxing if Xander Zayas wins, right? We've seen Xander utilize come forward pressure and high punch output to beat guys. We've seen that. Have we seen him do that to somebody at the level of a Jaron Boots Ennis? No, we have not seen that. But have we seen him implement that type of strategy? Have we seen Zayas on his front foot step into a guy and punching on shit? Absolutely.
Classic.
Absolutely. Now, Xander's last fight, we saw him use movement, combination punching on the go, if you will. Sitting still when it's appropriate, clinching, using IQ, using strategy, implementing a game plan. That's what we saw Xander do in his last fight. So we've seen Xander Zayas fight in a few different styles, all of which got him victory.
Classic.
In regards to Boots, we've seen him
fight against a few different styles. Generally with Boots, though, similar approach. I can't tell you in what fights there was a dramatic difference in Boots' approach to his opponent. For the most part, Boots holds his ground or steps forward, and when he gives ground, it's to set a trap. If Boots is giving you ground, he's setting a trap.
Classic.
There hasn't been an opponent of Jaron Boots Ennis's thus far that legitimately put him on his back foot involuntarily, Chad.
I'm only gonna do this once.
And so because of that, that's not his fault. It is what it is. He fought the guys they put in front of him. It is what it is. But we're just talking about what we have seen from these men, right? I haven't seen Boots have to get it done in a multitude of ways. Generally, he's more athletic than his opponent, has longer reach than his opponent, is faster hands and feet than his opponent. And because of that, I can't even say that I've seen Boots' IQ get tested. What I can say is I've seen Boots not struggle with movement because he won every single round against Karen. So we're not going to say he struggled with movement, but in the way of going to just go obliterate a guy, stop him, knock him out, walk him down, triple G his ass, he couldn't accomplish that against a guy who was determined to survive. He couldn't accomplish that against a man with good movement, but a smaller man and a lesser caliber fighter than Xander Zayas. So how does this fight play out? I think that Xander's path to victory against Jaron Boots Ennis is to implement a combination of things. The fight is 12 rounds. I would break it into 3 sections and make the necessary adjustments on the fly, of course. But I come in with a 3-part game plan if I'm Xander Zayas. They have similar reach. They're about the same height. Xander's naturally, physically a more heavier man, right? Hence the fact that he's fought at a bigger weight class for his entire career thus far. This is Boots' second fight at 154 pounds. Xander is the unified champion there. So physically, girth-wise, he's a bigger human being naturally. Or else he would have been fighting at 147, right? So reach isn't going to be a big factor. What's going to be a factor is who implements a better jab, right? Who can take whose front hand away? Boots switches a lot, or not a lot, but Boots has a proclivity to switch. And he switches with fluidity. That's one thing I give Boots great credit for. He will switch in and out of orthodox and southpaw with fluidity multiple times within a round. He will exchange with you from an orthodox position, come out of that in the southpaw position, and continue to work his jab out of the southpaw position. You may get into another exchange, and he comes out of that exchange back orthodox. He does it with great fluidity, right? So I see the first quarter of the fight, or the first third of the fight, the first 3 rounds. The first 3 rounds of the fight is going to be a lot of fencing. It's going to be a lot of fencing, a lot of figuring it out. Boots has to feel Xander's power. Xander's probably going to want to get a measurement of what, Boots' speed. I don't know if Xander's necessarily as worried about Boots' power as the public is, the people who don't have to get in the ring with him. I don't know that Xander's that concerned, right? In Xander's mind, this is a little man coming up to me, right? So I don't know that he's as concerned about Boots' one-punch KO in him as the public is. Fighters think different. So I see the first 3 rounds of it being a lot of, figuring it out and somebody trying to take control with their lead hand or their generalship, one or the other, right? I think Xander's path to victory will be to work his jab and be determined not to allow his jab to be taken away, meaning be prepared to counter the counter. Oftentimes to take away a man's jab is you counter that motherfucker. Every time you flick that joint, you're going to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? And what you do is you counter the counter. Maybe you feint a lot, and then when you actually do throw your jab and he tries to time it, you time the counter and come with something behind the counter. So be first and last and then go to where you need to go. Right? That would be how I would start the fight if I'm Xander and try to get some early rounds. I am the unified champion, right? Bank some early rounds. In the middle rounds, as Boots try to turn the fight up, if I'm Xander, I'm prepared for that. Maybe I come out and jump on him early in some rounds, give him some energy in the middle of the rounds, and then try to take the round over again late in the middle of the fight. You know what I'm saying? If I'm Xander, right? And then in the last third of the fight, let's see who's a better fighter. Let's see who's a better boxer. Let's see who's a better pugilist, right? At this point, I have your timing. You have my timing. I've seen a lot of your setups and your traps. You've seen a lot of my shit at this point in the fight. Now let's see who got the championship heart. It's Puerto Rico versus Philly. You know what I'm saying? If I'm Xander, that's how I'm mapping it out. And I'm going to take this fight to the cards and win, because Xander's not going to stop Boots. He's not going to stop Boots. Jay, what up? Jordan Salas said, what up, cuzzy? He said, like, share, and subscribe. Absolutely. Heavy on the share. In Too Deep said, I think Boots will take away his movement to stop the scoring opportunities. In Too Deep, how do you think he does it? Because the best mover that we saw Boots fight against was Karen, and Karen survived 12 rounds with Boots twice, losing every round, but surviving them. So taking movement away has not been proven to be Boots' specialty. Now, if he's in camp just solely working on walking shit down and cutting the ring off, that's cool. But Xander has shown that he can handle that style of fighter. He fought a man who stayed in his face all night in his last fight to become unified. Musk says Xander has Puerto Rican pride. Someone is getting knocked out. Nah. I disagree, Musk. I think the fight going 12. Jordan said, I don't think Boots stops Xander either. Boots might get Xander on the footwork and hand speed, though. Well, here's the thing. How is Boots going to implement his footwork? Because Boots, I just talked about it before you got in. I said that we haven't seen Boots be forced to fight on his back foot. Thus far in Boots' career, from what I've seen, whenever Boots is on his back foot, it's voluntarily to set a trap. We haven't seen anybody put Boots on his back foot, not even Villa. Roman Villa, he did what he wanted with Roman. He didn't fight on his back foot because he had to. You know what I'm saying? He could have held his ground and fought in circles the whole night against Villa. Villa was so much slower than him, right? I knew he was going to make a spectacle of Roman Villa. That guy's a heavy bag for an athlete like Boots. Anybody that fights with that level of athleticism and that type of footwork and speed, you're going to punch on a guy of the style of a Villa, Roman Villa. That's why Speedy looks so good until he tired out. Because, you know, like that guy's a statue. He said in and out, stay out of that mid-range, sidestep and hit Xander with the feints. Yeah, I'm going to say this. I think the mid-range benefits Boots the most, right? Let's talk about how Boots could potentially win the fight. I gave y'all one path to victory for Xander in my mind, right? I think he comes in with 3 different strategies for each third of the fight. And obviously, whatever Boots is doing to offset certain things, you have to be prepared to adjust on the go. I think Boots' path to victory is literally to box Xander's eyes. I think going in there trying to get a stoppage, going in there looking for a knockout, I think it's a huge mistake. And I think it's a waste of time. I think that if Boots goes in there and he goes in there and with the mind of winning rounds while inflicting damage and punishment, and keep breaking the man down in mind for sure, but looking for a knockout is a different energy, right? I think he should be in the mentality of beating him up, breaking him down, and winning rounds. I think if Boots just goes in there and boxes, he puts Xander in a situation where he has to figure out how to stay out of danger while getting enough points to get these rounds won. Because having to step to Boots or having to be first against a guy as fast, because Boots is going to be faster. He'll be a hair faster than Xander. Xander's the bigger guy, but Boots will be faster. He will. Hands and feet. He will. So when Xander has to find ways in to get his work done without getting countered with that sharp, clean shit, that's where it'll be a struggle. I think if Boots draws a line in the sand and stays on his pivot and just makes Xander cross the gun line, come get your points. Come get your points and just stay sharp. Counter everything. And I think it lowers Xander's punch output, makes him apprehensive, makes him want to keep the hands home. But again, we're in for a hell of a fight. Neither of these strategies do I think lead to a knockout. Everybody, like I said, everybody east of the Mississippi River thinks that Boots is going to stop Xander in 6 or 7 or 8. I don't know what they've seen from Xander. I don't think they've seen anything from Xander that makes them think that. I think they just high as hell on Boots. And that's fine. Like, you know, Philly pride or East Coast pride, and I get it. Y'all in the gym with him. Y'all seen him sleep sparring partners and one punch KO niggas and do miraculous footwork shit in the gym and sparring and all that. But was Xander Zayas at the gym? Was that Xander that y'all saw him do that with in the gym in sparring? You know what I'm saying? Was that? It wasn't Xander.
I'm only gonna do this once.
It wasn't. So like, I'm not a man fan. You feel me? I'm being objective. This shit going 12. And if somebody get clipped, it is what it is. But I mean, it's boxing, right? Like, that's why we make these takes. I don't have a crystal ball. Can I be wrong? Sure. Can Boots prove that he is as brilliant and as great and beyond extraordinary as the people east of the Mississippi think he is? Sure. And if he do, I'm gonna come on here and say that. Hey, Boots proved to be more special or prove to be as special as the trajectory showed, right? That's what we'll come back and report. But the way I see it before it happens, I see it being a boxing match. These guys are boxers at heart. Boots is a boxer puncher, but he wants to fight. But he's a boxer puncher. Boots come out and work off his jab, but he gonna start throwing hard shit before his opponent do. I see y'all, chat. I'm coming to the chat. He gonna start throwing hard shit before his opponent do. That's just what it is. He want to mix it up, but he gonna work behind his fundamentals. He's a boxer puncher, just an aggressive one. Power boxing, if you will. Some athletic ass power boxing. You feel me? Xander, same thing. Boxer puncher. Xander be punching on shit. If he hurts you, he gonna go get you. Xander fight like a man who ain't looking for the knockout though. Xander trying to win rounds. But in the midst of that, he hit you with some shit you don't like. And he realize it. He gonna turn up the volume on you for sure. Both men will be in shape. Both men will be in shape. I haven't heard nothing about no rehydration. So I think Xander will be the bigger man in the ring. Like, I think his shoulders will be farther apart from each other. His back will be wider, right? Does that matter, though? I think it does as far as durability is concerned. That's why I don't have this fight being a KO. But, yeah, man, we'll get to my final prediction on who will win or lose the fight, again, as it gets closer. We're going to walk this thing down, pun intended. But, yeah, man, let's get to some of these chats, and then we're going to move to the next subject. Let's get it. Let me see what we got. Muskie says, Xander has Puerto Rican pride. Somebody getting knocked out? Nah. Jordan said, I don't think Boots stops Xander either. Boots might get Xander on the footwork and the hand speed. I agree. In and out, stay out of that mid-range, sidestep, and hit Xander with the feints. Draw him in with feints. Jordan Salas said, I bet Boots' cardio will be top tier on fight night. Absolutely. And Boots understand breathing patterns. That's why he able to keep his output high. He breathes properly. In Too Deep said, walk Zayas down, test his guard with heavy body shots, and decipher Zayas' timing while switching stances. I like the breakdown. But I don't think walking Zayas down is that simple. For some reason, though, people do. Like, have we seen Xander just get marched on? Who marched on Xander? Somebody give me the fight. Tell me the fight so I can go watch it on YouTube on half speed. I want to see somebody show me a fight where somebody just marched on Xander. Just here I come. Left, right, left. When that happened to Xander? Hey man, you look like Michael Jordan's. Okay. I know how to block you. I know how to block you. You'll never return. We doing life sentences all month. Yeah, it's over with for you. You had a good run. Now it's done. You know what I'm saying? You had a good run. Now it's done. I'm glad you got your shit off, though.
Yo, come on. Yo, turn the car around. Give me the what?
I got one hat today. Let's see. In Too Deep said chess match for the first 1 to 3 rounds. Jordan said walk him down. Huh? That's bold. That's what I said. In Too Deep said Zayas needs to establish a sharp, stiff jab to keep Ennis at distance. Use lateral movement to avoid getting trapped against the ropes. I think I don't know that. Okay, he does need to get his respect, right? But Boots will already give him some respect in the door. It's when he get hit with some shit and realize that it's something he could deal with is when you got a problem. But if Xander, when he finally lands some shit on Boots, if Boots understand, like, okay, that shit got some thump on it, like I need to measure my approach, that already slows the man down. You feel me? Like he had, like Boots a hell of a fighter, but I don't think he's stupid. He ain't crazy. I don't think he finna go in there and crash out. Daisy Sanchez said, I strongly agreed. It won't be a fight. That's why I won't pay the pay-per-view. I'll watch the boxing match a few minutes after. You said it won't be a fight. What you mean? Like you don't think it's gonna be close? Because I never said it wasn't gonna be a fight. I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight. In Too Deep said, I agree on 12 rounds. Yeah. Jordan said rounds 9 through 12 will be a doozy for Boots, I think, if he's able to neutralize Xander in rounds 1 through 8. Yeah, I'll say this, Jordan. If Boots gets a stoppage, it's going to be late as hell, 10, 11, 12. It ain't going to be in 6 and 7. That's not happening. That shit them niggas talking about in Philly, I don't know who he's sparring with that got y'all gassed up. I know Xander ain't in that motherfucker, though. Like, I'm not going to not give Xander his credit, G, and I get it. Y'all don't think he that, but I do. He been doing his shit at 154 for a minute now. Xander been punching on shit for a while. And don't talk about his resume because then we have to bring up Boots' resume. And you know how that's going to go.
It's already out there. It's already out there.
Yeah. In Too Deep said, that's what I see beating Zayas. If or when Ennis force extended exchanges inside the pocket, ramp up the physical pressure, and use explosive hand speed to breach Zayas' high guard, this rounds 4 through 7. Problem is, when you the smaller man, how you walking, how you bullying shit like that, though? You know what I'm saying? In Too Deep said, we are giving folks to the giving folks to the trolls life sentences if you play too much. Yeah, keep it about the subject. You good. We could disagree all day. Just keep it about the subject. We are giving, let's see. Oh, I got you. You spam that one. Jordan said, them nut-ass Philly fans talking crazy, huh? Man, listen, bro. It ain't even the fans. It's the other content creators. All the content creators ain't never going to agree on nothing, but the way they talking like Boots is Lord Raiden. You know what I'm saying? He a human. He just work hard, and he got natural talent, too. He's gifted. You know, he come from a boxing family. He look like it. You know what I'm saying? But he's not a Mortal Kombat character. They talking like his ass finna go in the ring and turn into Scorpion. Get over here. Like, we ain't seen that. We have not seen that. Especially not against nobody of Xander Zayas caliber. So listen. So all this means is that no matter who wins the fight, they gonna get their full credit from me. They gonna get their full credit. Because I'm giving both men they just do. So whoever wins this fight, you're not gonna see me say Boots ain't fought nobody. That's over. He fighting Xander. I give Xander credit for what he is, the youngest unified champion in boxing right now. So, yeah. In Too Deep said rounds 8 through 12, hunt for the stoppage, overwhelm Zayas with unpredictable angles from the southpaw stance and heavy power shots. Okay. You know that shit, you know them bullets fly back, right? Metaphorically speaking, for content creation purposes and entertainment. You know them shit's flying back, right? All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, gee, like, don't count out the Boricua, man. I'm just saying, I'll tell y'all my pick as we get closer, but they both got a shot. This ain't no 70-30 fight, chat. All y'all niggas got it 80-20, 70-30. Listen, you might be right about the winner, but the odds, you got that wrong.
Classic.
You got that wrong. I ain't gonna cap. What's up? He said South Media. What's going on with it? What up with you? In Too Deep said Zayas must to win rely on deep conditioning, fight through fatigue, and use smart holding to survive in his surges. Or have surges of your own. Have we seen somebody with the combination punching of Xander, the athleticism of Xander, and the speed of Xander? Though Boots will be faster, Xander is still fast. Have we seen somebody like that try to win a fight against Boots? Have we seen them punch back? Have we seen how Boots does when somebody in there trying to hold on to their belts, defend their championships? Have we seen what that looked like when somebody really, really punching back? Like really punching back though, like against your resistance. Normally, okay, they start off the fight trying to win. Boots hit their ass with some shit they don't like. They go to survival mode. Then he hit their ass with some more shit they don't like. They go to making executive decisions. He hit their ass with some more shit they don't like, and they decide. That's how it normally go. What about when you get in there and you hit the nigga with some shit he don't like, and he like, I'm finna hit you back with some shit you don't like? We haven't seen Boots against that yet. So we have to see. That's all I'm saying. We have to see. I'm not giving advance credit. I'm not the credit union. I'm not giving advance credit. I got to see. We going to fuck around and find out. You know what I'm saying? In Too Deep said, I'm not predicting this. I'm just saying this is what needs to. No, I get what you're saying. You saying this is how it needs to go for each man. I get it. I appreciate the in-depth analysis for sure, for sure. But let's move off of this one, man. Y'all jump in the chat on the rewatch if y'all see this and let me know, how does Xander and Boots play out? What is the path to victory for each man? Y'all jump in the chat, and we are now moving off of this topic. And we are also shutting this stream down on the Classic Codes. If you are watching this stream from the channel The Classic Codes, you need to come over to Classic Code Sports to watch the rest of the stream as we get into our main event topic for the card today. We're going to get into the main event topic. That was the co-main. Now we're getting into the main event topic for the card today. Everybody type in, just type in Classic Code Sports and come catch the rest of this live stream if you are on YouTube. If you on Kick, sit tight. The Classic Code stream is shutting down now.
Let's get ready to rumble.
All right, chat. All right, we exclusively on Classic Code Sports right now, so hopefully everybody who want to hear the main event topic slide over to the sports channel, you know what I'm saying, and tap in, because that's what we need to get to that 1K sub.
Hey, y'all. Hit the like and subscribe button while you're here. Classic really appreciates it.
All right, listen to me. It is time for the main event, chat. It is time for the main event card for the live.
Remember
stream.
this day. Remember this day.
We are discussing Devin and Bill ain't slick. Yes, Lord. It's time to talk about the smoke and mirrors. Devin and Bill Haney are not slick. Y'all know, if y'all watch my channel, or now that you are getting acquainted with my channel. What up, Roxy? Now that you are getting acquainted in my channel, to my channel, you will see that I am a heavy Devin Haney supporter. Heavy. No doubt about it. But again, I'm not a man fan. The reasons I support Devin so heavy are rooted in logic, rooted in fairness, rooted in non-bias, right? It's just a simple situation of there's not a lot of boxers these days that are moving, how we say, like that. You know what I'm saying? And Devin is one that's moving like that. I am the one who originated, initiated, curated, and created the no documented ducking list. As you can see here, the NDD list, the no documented ducking list, it has very specific criteria. Let me pull up that criteria for y'all, man. We're going to have a conversation today as we are now on the main event topic. You understand what I'm saying? Let me pull up the criteria for y'all. Hold on. Here we go. All right, the no documented ducking criteria, just so y'all know what this list was comprised of and the reason why it's important for us to talk about it in this moment. The NDD list, this is the only one in the sport of boxing right now, originated here by Classic with the Classic Code Sports, right? The NDD list, no documented ducking. This is the second most important list in all of boxing, ladies and gentlemen. The first most important list in boxing would be your pound for pound list. The 2 pound for pound list that this channel acknowledged are the Champ Side pound for pound list and the Ring Magazine pound for pound list, in that order, chat. Okay. The no documented ducking list, however, is my own. When you see new ones pop up, you know that it started here. You understand the criteria to be on the list. The no documented ducking list recognizes fighters who embody the true essence and purity of pugilism. Checklist to be on the list: have a clean jacket, no confirmed instances of turning down worthy fights. That's one. Number 2, willingly accept all legitimate challenges from top opponents in their weight class or nearby. That's number 2. Number 3, no evidence of ducking contracted fights or avoiding tough matchups. Number 3. Number 4, They fight the best available competition, giving fans the matchups they want to see. That's number 4. That gets a lot of people out of there. Number 5, legacy defined by courage, willingness, and respect in the ring. All right. What this means, no duck contracts, fights any ready opponent, earn their spot, and the fans get the fights that they want. This is the criteria for my no documented ducking list. And as you can see, I have not updated the list since it dropped. I have to decide if I want to do it biannually, quarterly, or whatever the case may be. But on this list, ladies and gentlemen, you see my top 9. We don't do 10. 9 is the number of completion. We have Devin Haney sitting at number 1. Number 2 is David Benavidez. Those 2, I have admitted, are interchangeable. Neither one of those men have ducked any smoke whatsoever. Bam Rodriguez sitting at number 3, Alexander Usyk at number 4, Deontay Wilder at number 5, number 6, Dimitri Bivol, number 7, Jermell Charlo, number 8, Caleb Plant, and number 9, Cool Boy Steph. Now, I probably will update this list going forward here as more fights continue to happen. There are some people creeping up and sneaking up into contention to be on this list, but thus far, all the people in boxing who have seen it, and I have confirmed that some fairly, notable folks in boxing have seen my list. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? For tapping in with such a small platform at this point and seeing what I got to say. You know what I'm saying? But for the people who have seen the list, I have had no dispute thus far about names that should be on the list or where the names are at on the list. Let me see. Jordan said, gotta add negotiate in good faith to that NDD list, cuzzy. That shit matters. I like that. Negotiating good faith. We will have to add that. Ian Too Deep. What up at Roxy? Ian Too Deep said 369. Roxy said, hey, Ian Too Deep said David B is the true number 1 in my book. Like I said, I admitted that those 2 are very much interchangeable. But let's get back to the task at hand, man. The smoke and mirrors, right? Bill and Devin Haney ain't slick. Right now, I'm about to pull up some audio because I don't know if the Boxing Ego be copywriting people. And I don't want no smoke with him. I just want to use a snippet of this interview. Shout out to the Boxing Ego. Everybody go over there and subscribe for great boxing coverage, right? I just want to listen to a snippet of this interview with Boxing Ego and Bill as they discuss the potential Keyshawn Davis fight. I'm going to play the audio without the video, ladies and gentlemen. 333 in the chat if you can hear the audio just fine.
Excuse me, but I just had seen Bernie out in the ether, and I wanted to ether him. You dig? What we kicking on?
Shit, we talking about your son and Keyshawn, man. Keyshawn turned down the IBF title fight with Lindolfo and said he's moving up to 47. So we assume that the next logical fight is Devin Haney, unless he's not ready.
Unless he's disappeared and he's no longer campaigning because he doesn't have a campaign. You dig? Yeah, because when he starts talking and he starts looking, he normally has something up. But guess what? You're still on the list, and nothing is going to get you off of it but an ass whipping. We put him on the list. He's still on the list, and we're going to keep him on the list until we tighten his young ass up. You dig? Period. Nothing about what we saw slowed it up. I mean, in fact, I think you've seen what Devin said. It speeded it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was going to ask, when he's interviewed about the fight, he says that you never called his manager. We seen you speak to James Prince in reference to obviously Shakur, but not about Keyshawn. Is that
real quick? Jordan said Devin better dispatch Keyshawn now. Don't wait until that boy gets seasoned. I disagree. I'm gonna tell you why. I think Devin is just simply ahead of Keyshawn. And I think he'll remain ahead of Keyshawn unless something dramatic happens, right? If he have another tough night, another war, he gets broken down further in some capacity or whatever the case may be, then I think that could probably even the playing field. But I don't think Keyshawn Davis is going to catch up to Devin Haney. The reason being is because Keyshawn has given us not 1, not 2, 3 or more examples of a lack of discipline.
Classic.
So not saying that he can't fight. He's a hell of a fighter. But we cannot say that Keyshawn Davis is a disciplined fighter. If we said that, we would be discrediting all the fighters who truly have discipline. You know what I'm saying? He's not a disciplined fighter. And one thing we know Devin Haney is super disciplined. And he's ahead of Keyshawn. He went pro years before Keyshawn. People forget that Keyshawn Davis, we get it confused, not you, Jordan, but in general, we get it confused because he got 14 fights. We forget how old he is. Him and Devin Haney damn near the same exact age. Matter of fact, is Keyshawn older? Him and Devin Haney like the same fucking age. Devin just went pro at fucking 17, 16. Keyshawn went pro at 20-something. You know what I'm saying? He stayed amateur for a long time. Does that speak to confidence issues? You could debate it. You could debate it.
Don't do this once.
But even Keyshawn's reluctance to dive in and just take the fight. Like, we know that these people move strategic. We know that behind the scenes, they know more than we know. That's why this show is called Smoke and Mirrors, right? We're going to get to that. But Devin's just ahead of Keyshawn. I don't think that Keyshawn can catch up. The more disciplined fighter is ahead, and y'all the same age. So whenever they fight, they going to keep moving like this. If Devin is in front of Keyshawn and Keyshawn get better, Devin get better. Keyshawn get better, Devin get better. He's just going to stay in front of him. And then he's taking tougher challenges. So he's growing as a fighter faster than Keyshawn because he's taking tougher fights. He's being challenged in more ways. And no disrespect to anybody, but Keyshawn not working out at B&B no more and being back with his old trainers, no disrespect to his original trainers because he just won with them like he won with B&B. But I would be more concerned if he was with Bomac and them. That's just my honest assessment.
Classic.
Because his discipline is going to have to be on point. You see they parted ways after the man missed weight by 1,000,000 miles.
Classic.
So I don't think Devin need to get Keyshawn now or none of that shit. I think whenever Devin catch Keyshawn, it's gonna be stir fried.
Classic.
Whenever he catch him now, 2028, 2030, it's gonna be stir fried. International Ken in the building, tapping in from Greece. You know how it's going, man. What up, Ken?
International.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
International.
Yeah, for the in-depth boxing analysis. He said, hey, Ken, welcome. Yes, sir. Jordan said, very true, cuzzy, but still get Davis out of here sooner than later. Yeah, I say that. Get him out the way. Go ahead, get him out the way. But whenever they fight, he gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? He already don't want to fight Devin. Yeah, Devin 27, Keyshawn 26. He already don't want to fight Devin. We seen Keyshawn got picks, bro. We seen Keyshawn be, all in somebody's face, laughing at guys, looking guys up and down. Then he get around other guys and his voice get all soft and shit. Keyshawn got picks. I don't think he's scared at all, but I just think he got picks. All right, if I got to fight him, I want top dollar, and I'm going to go get ready. But shit, in my mind, I know what it is. I know this guy could beat me. I think he one of them. I don't think that Keyshawn Davis is one of them fighters that truly believe that he the absolute best in the world. Fighters that truly believe they the absolute best in the world, or if they know that they have some type of behind-the-scenes advantage, some street meat, some injections, whatever the case may be, they move like it. They do. David Benavidez moving like he really think can't nobody beat him. And if you can, he gonna have to find out the hard way. That's how David Benavidez is in the streets moving. Like he really think anybody in or around my weight, I think I can whoop you. And if you send me a contract, I'm going, man, listen, if you say my name too loud, folks, David Benavidez is really Candyman. You say his name 3 times, he pulling up. Devin Haney is the same way. You don't got to say Bill and Devin name too loud. You whisper that shit. They calling you. Hello?
Classic.
Hello? You said you wanted to fight? You see what I'm saying? So they move like it. Keyshawn don't move like a guy who think he the best in the world. We could see it in your actions if you think you the best in the world. You know what I'm saying? Jordan said, I don't know, man. I think Davis can catch up to Dev. Will he, though? I don't think he can. I don't think nobody that Devin Haney is in front of is going to catch up to him. He's probably top 5 most disciplined fighters in the sport. Him, Caleb Plant, proven to be super disciplined. Yeah, Dev, Caleb, who else super disciplined? Bam. Yeah, like it's some guys in the sport, you see them off season, they not blowing up, they face ain't all inflamed and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or they just never have ever missed weight, shit like that. Like, man, these guys, you're not catching up. Nah, I don't think you're catching up to nobody with that type of discipline. That's like trying to catch Floyd. And I'm saying that exactly with the potency that it has. That's like trying to catch Floyd.
Classic.
That nigga working too hard. He already was working harder than you, and now you're trying to play catch up? Like, nah. Jordan said, I think missing weight by several pounds is also a possible duck move. We talked about that. You do think he ducked De Los Santos, which also speaks to me saying that he has confidence issues. And Too Deep said, want to support the channel without spending a dime, just hit subscribe. Absolutely. And Too Deep said, at Jordan agreed, not with Rolly though, classic. What you mean not with Rolly? Man, you know Rolly didn't negotiate in good faith. Stop it. You keep playing that Rolly card. He said, word, I think some of these cats go out of their way to miss that weight, man. That's a duck move, I think. Yeah, when you miss it by that much, don't tell me you tried to make it. Because you knew how far off you was a month out. Adam Hurley said, Devin 2 seasoned. I think him and Keyshawn is a good fight, though. Absolutely. I think it's a good fight. I think Keyshawn got a lot of durability, a lot of heart, a lot of grit, and a lot of boxing acumen, right? I just think that Devin is a cut better. He's a bit faster. He's a bit bigger, a bit stronger, and he has more experience with more high-level guys, and that shit matters. Sparring Shakur 1 million rounds ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, for people that participate in sparring, they'll tell you that sparring the same nigga too much start becoming slightly useless. Classic. At some point. Yeah, In Too Deep said, at Jordan's, it's called being professional. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, man. But Dev and Bill are not slick, chat. And the reason why I say that is because they know who their next fight is already. Merchant. They know who their next fight is already. Pay attention, y'all. All the writing is on the wall, and it has been on the wall. These gentlemen are well aware of who they're going to fight next. In my estimation, at this point in time, I do believe that it will end up being Keyshawn. There's a lot of misdirection that goes on. I think that they are truly building the Shakur fight. But if you pay attention to the interactions that Bill has been having, as he talks around people, delivers the word salad with the proper dressing on it, he tells you the truth as well. You just have to listen for it. You know what I'm saying? And if you listen for it, you'll hear it pretty plainly.
It's already out there. It's already out there.
So what you're seeing right now is a rollout, right? Building momentum, digging back into the algorithm heavily, stirring up conversation around the name. And then we're going to hit y'all with a date, a person, a place, and a time. Get them tickets sold. Everybody's already buffering now. Master marketing, right? Come on now. They learn from the best.
I barely know who the fuck you are. The fuck you.
Master marketing. So, I think they know who they're going to fight already, and I believe it's going to be Keyshawn Davis. We all know from paying attention. That's what I'm going to say, because people would think that you have malice towards these guys if you operate inside of some objectivity. I'm talking about what I've seen. From paying attention, we know that Shakur Stevenson doesn't want to fight Devin Haney right now, at best, or at all, at worst. Classic. We all know from paying attention that Shakur Stevenson doesn't want to fight Devin Haney right now, at best, or at all, at worst. Classic. From paying attention, I think Shakur Stevenson would rather go back to 35 than up to 47 for a while. For a while. Shakur got picks. Shakur got picks. Keyshawn got picks. Richardson Hitchison got picks. And all of them know that Dev can beat them. Classic. You know how I know they got picks? Because they picked their friends. You picked your friends. Y'all brothers. Everybody brothers. We can't fight because we brothers. You move up and wait. You move down and wait. I'm going to stay right here and wait. We going to drop this belt. We going to do this. We going to maneuver around each other. I don't want to fight him. I know his kid. All this other silly ass shit. Them picks, folks. Classic. That's picking and choosing. You don't really want to catch wreck for real. So, unfortunately, with the way that Shakur Stevenson has decided to move with his boxing career, as much as he says out his mouth that he wants to be recognized and known and seen and viewed as the absolute best fighter in the world, the way that he has decided to move as a boxer he'll never actually get to prove whether or not it's true in his career. To prove that you're the best fighter in the world, you got to get that Keyshawn Davis fight, or you're going to have to beat up Richardson Hitchinson at some point, right? One of your brothers going to have to get it. Right? Y'all ain't going to be able to just run parallel if you want to be number one pound for pound, right? The Devin Haney fight, to be the best in the world, Shakur Stevenson, you have to beat Devin Haney to be the best. Devin Haney will be number one pound for pound without Shakur faster than Shakur will be number one pound for pound without Devin. Let's argue. Classic. Devin got more big fights available to him than Shakur got to him. Shakur's big fight options right now consist of going back down to 35 and getting the unretired Lomachenko. We only giving him a little bit of credit for that shit. So you might as well don't even do that unless the bread right. Him going back down to 135 and getting a Tank fight, or a Tank coming to 140. That'll be a big money fight. We all know that Shakur gonna keep him on the end of the punches all night. And if Tank can get there, we'll just see, right? We'll just see. But that fight, it's never been as interesting as y'all make it seem to me, but I do want to see it happen. Just as a boxing enthusiast, I want to see it happen, right? But that's it. Them his two big fight options. That's it. A fight with what's my homie name? Mexican homie. Mortaya. A fight with Mortaya. That's not no big fight. It's a good fight. It's a good fight for boxing, but it's not a big fight. It's not. Who else? Maybe Gary Russell, but Gary Russell just ducked him in public. He just said he don't want to fight Shakur right now. See, this that new school bullshit going on. And that's why the NDD list is the most important list in all of boxing. Or the second most important list in all of boxing, the no documented duck list. Because he ducked him in broad daylight. I don't want Shakur right now. I want Shakur last. Okay, so that's a duck, right? No, I ain't ducking because I didn't say I don't want to fight him. I just don't want to fight him right now. Okay, so nigga, right now you ducking, nigga. That's what it is. You ducking. So it is what it is. So yeah, Shakur got what? 2 big fights available if he don't move up in weight. If you take his brothers out the equation, all his brothers, if you get rid of his brothers, he got 2 big fights available to him. Devin got a plethora of big fights. Devin don't need Shakur. He can fight the brothers, right? Keyshawn's a nice big fight. Hitchinson, especially if Hitchinson come to 147 and get a lick first and look good and then fight Dev, that's a big fight. Going up to fight Jerron at 54, which y'all niggas think he won't do and he will, that's a big fight. Fighting Xander at 154, that's a big fight. Staying at 47, rematching Brian Norman Jr. If Brian Norman Jr. look good in one more fight, the rematch, running that back, that's a big fight. Devin got options, folks. You got to understand, bro, he the cash cow right now. Tank sitting still. Classic. You want some bread, you got to go holler at Dev, folks. Like, y'all don't want to admit it because y'all don't like the guy. I'm being objective about the situation. 2 different conversations. You know what I'm saying? And he said, no doubt in too deep, the lack of professionalism intersects with ducking sometimes. Again, I told class that Davis ducked De Los Santos on the scale. In too deep said Rolly was calling Bish on the gram. And if that was Dave B, pull up. Nah, man, Devin ain't fighting for free. They got to get that bread right. Peanut Butter, I don't think you looked into that thoroughly. He wasn't negotiating in good faith. Peanut Butter said, named the Bill Haney guy slammed last month. I don't know what that means. Jordan said, I'm not confident that we'll get that Shakur versus Devin fight. I think weight is going to be the greatest hurdle there. It's not a hurdle. It's a reasonable duck. Weight is not a hurdle. It's a reasonable duck. Classic. Did Andre Ward use weight as a hurdle? Because it's one weight class. It's one weight class. Did Andre Ward use weight as a, because I'm talking about his other brothers, right? Shakur got a lot of brothers, right? So we talking about his other brothers now, his big brothers. Did Andre Ward use weight as a hurdle to not fight Kovalev? No, he signed the contract knowing Kovalev was on it, right? Did Bud Crawford use weight as a hurdle? You know what I'm saying? To get out of the Arrow fight, he could have been moved up to 54. Arrow too. They both wanted to stay at 47 for each other. Did Terrence use weight as a hurdle for the Canelo fight? No, he said, I'm coming to you. I want what you got up there at that weight. I don't want to catch weight. I want to come up there to where you at because I want what you got when I beat you, right? So his big brothers ain't moving like that. Weight ain't no hurdle, especially not when you're talking about one weight class. Weight ain't no hurdle. It's a reasonable duck. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because Shakur is a big guy when he want to be a big guy, and then he too little when he want to be too little. I'm not a big guy. Then he's like, I'm bigger than him. He not that big. I seen him in person. He not that big. I'm bigger than him. You know what I'm saying?
Classic.
So like I said, bro, confidence issues in boxing. Make sure y'all go to Classic Code Sports and look at my video on confidence issues in boxing. I did a great live stream on confidence issues in boxing, and Shakur Stevenson was at the core of the conversation because I do think he suffers with a little bit of confidence issues. I'm talking about how he move, not how he talk. He double talk a lot, so he say everything. But Peanut Butter said, I don't know English. Nah, okay, I get you. Do what you can. Teach said, that's what Shakur has been saying, 135. Jordan said, yeah, add that's my brother to the NDD list too. Yeah. If you got brothers and shit, you ducking. In Too Deep said, what do you think about this? The Haney team remains unwelcome across all major MSG Entertainment Group properties. I don't know nothing about it, but I don't think it ain't stopping nothing. You talking about Madison Square Garden properties? He remains unwelcome, probably because of that lawsuit situation. But shit, I mean, who cares? There's so many arenas. You know what I mean? Devin getting his biggest bags fighting in Riyadh. So I mean, who cares? You know? Teach said, issue is, he says he's a 35 fighter. Let's say he does go to 47 and beat Haney. The expectation for him will be to stay there. Fan expectations mostly. Yeah, but this the thing. You go to 47 and you beat Haney, you become a person who could do what you want now, right? You get the Canelo treatment. Once Canelo took a few tough fights in a row, like once he took GGG, once he fought Danny Jacobs, once he fought Landy Laura, they start telling Canelo, you can do whatever you want. We gonna respect it. Straight up. So they allowed him to gracefully duck prime Demetrius Andrade. They allow him still to this day to duck Benavidez because he did give us some tough-ass rumbles. You only got to take a few of them. If you take a few of them, boxing gonna give you grace the rest of the way. We've proven it. Canelo get to move however you want because he gave us a few tough rumbles. You fought Floyd, you know what I'm saying? That went how it's gonna go. You fought Danny Jacobs, you fought Landy Laura, you fought a prime Austin Trout. Don't forget what Austin Trout was when Canelo fought him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even talking about wins and losses. I'm talking about just simply taking the fucking fight. Once you do that a few times, boxing gives you grace. You know what I'm saying? In Too Deep said, Devin and Bill stay working on the legal ish with that Tiger stuff. Yeah. In Too Deep said, I'm looking at pay-per-view numbers. That's what I'm looking at. Oh, okay. In Too Deep said, and Shakur signed with Zuffa, so that's going to be a cluster. Well, if he signed with Zuffa, I guarantee you Devin gonna be on that paperwork somewhere. So we may get the fight, but how soon we get it, I think that's the smoke and mirrors. Jordan said, then maybe them brothers got different daddies because Shakur ain't the same as Ward and Bud. That's word. Yeah, he not moving like them. Teach said, I feel you. And it's crazy. You know, the crazy part is as much as I revere Bud and as much as I revere Dre, I'm surprised that, or maybe they do it behind closed doors. But it's kind of shocking that, like, they still hold so true to Shakur, seeing that he moves so different from them. But maybe they had them conversations behind closed doors. So you just never know because they seem to be actually very close in real life for real. You know what I'm saying? So Teach said, I feel you. In Too Deep said Floyd did too. Floyd did what? Oh, he got the grace from boxing. Take a few tough rumbles, man. They let you do what you want after that, especially if you win them. But yeah, man, Bill and Devin ain't slick, man. They already know who they fighting next. My guess is Keyshawn Davis. We know how it's going to go. Bet the house on Dev. You know, for all those that got Keyshawn, say it with your pocket, right? Say it with your pocket because I think that shit cap. Y'all know what's going on. I don't know that there's anybody with 14 fights in the world that's anywhere around 147 is beating Devin Haney. 14 pro fights. I don't care who you is. You're not beating Devin Haney if you anywhere around that weight class.
Classic.
Is that fair? I mean, y'all could dislike the man, but as far as them hands and feet, shit's work, man. Devin Haney top 5, pound for pound. Anybody who got it otherwise, like I said, that's hate. Resume can't be questioned. Performance can't be questioned. The one time you saw him look bad, it was against a proven, pled guilty cheater.
Classic.
Fair? Fair enough, man. Fair enough. We are at the 1 hour mark. I do have another stream on my primary channel, The Classic Codes. So if y'all into sociology and what's going on in the world, life, all that shit, relationships, everything about it, yeah, tap in with The Classic Codes in about 20 minutes or so for my other live stream, man. Let's move. Let's move. But yeah, man, that was it for the main card. Let me get to some of these chats. Make sure I got y'all satisfied. He said 147 is trash, though. Not really. It's some people on the way up. It's some people on the way up. Hitchens moving up. I think Gary Russell can move up whenever he ready. To be honest with you, he has a heavy frame. Shakur could move up. Keyshawn moving up. Who else at 40 that's probably getting ready to outgrow that shit? Pitbull little. Rolly still at 47. It's fights for Rolly. Ryan still there. Connor Ben, you know, he just a bull, but I mean, he gonna fight hard though. In Too Deep said no hate. Yeah, Teach said fair. So yeah, man, I think it's work at 47. It's some fights at 47. Just depend on who's sliding in and out the division for sure, for sure. Jordan says Shakur needs to move up. Shorty could wear that weight. He bullshitting. I told you, bro, confidence issues in boxing. I might have to do a reaction to my own video on confidence issues in boxing, man. I covered it, man. I called it a mile off, man. I pay attention to what you do. Fuck what you're talking about. And I consider the business. I consider the business. I do give boxers grace on the way they move with business and business considered. But you can tell the difference between wise business and reluctance.
Classic.
And some of these guys be reluctant. You know what I'm saying? In Too Deep said attention. Classic Codes on on the way to 5K subs. That's my primary channel. I'll be streaming there in about 20 minutes. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. Very interesting one as well. But yeah, man, that's it for today's Classic Code Sports, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. And before you leave, make sure that you hit the like and subscribe
Hey, y'all.
button.
Hit the like and subscribe button while you're here. Classic really appreciates it.
Absolutely. Yeah, we could talk about the difference. Jordan said, nah, that talk matters. But like you said earlier, Shakur talk more shit than a little bit. Right. We take what you say into account. But when I assess whether or not I think you are reluctant or timid for a certain fight, I'm going to watch what you do. You know what I'm saying? Because Shakur, he don't even like, people be like, you know, do you want Devin Haney next? He was like, I'll fight whoever they put in front of me. What do that mean? Nigga, who do you want to fight? You say you want to show and prove that you're the best fighter in the world. Who is it that you need to face to show and prove that? And the answer is two things, Tank or Devin. So you either going to go up or down. And Tank and Shakur don't get along because they the same nigga. Both of them reluctant. Tank don't want to fight nobody that could possibly beat him. Shakur don't want to fight nobody that could beat him. I had T.O. Strategically, I felt like T.O. had a path to victory that he did not take against Shakur. So I picked that fight wrong. But all in all, if I just was, you know, not taking a shot in the dark, the T.O. Shakur fight is a 60-40. That's still not like Tank and Shakur. Neither of them have a 50-50 fight on their resume. Not at the sports book and not in our opinions. Neither one of them. Shakur and Tank don't have a 50-50. I mean, Shakur, yeah. I called Shakur and T.O. a 50-50, but that's because I gave T.O. too much motherfucking credit. I still give him credit for his win. T.O. is good. He's a hell of a fighter. But just strategy-wise, I learned in real time that the IQ over there on the Lopez side, that shit ain't what I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? We all got the right to be wrong. But in actuality, at the sports book and in most people's opinions, Tank hasn't fought a 50-50 fight. Shakur hasn't fought a 50-50 fight. So they the same nigga in mentality. They don't want no smoke with somebody who has just as many strategic advantages as they do. They just don't. It's proven in their actions. Go fight Dev. That's a real 50-50 fight in most people's opinions and probably at the sports book. Go fight Tank. but Tank don't want to fight him. So it's like, what do Shakur do to show all this greatness that he's saying he got? You can't ride. I'll tell you right now, you can't ride off into the sunset on the T.O. victory. T.O. already got what some people call a bad loss. That Camboso's loss, that shit didn't age well. So you get credit for the T.O. victory, but it's not a ride off into the sunset victory. It's not Ward Kovalev 2. You feel me? You can't hang your jacket on that shit. You got more work to do. That's a fact. Especially if you run around keep saying you're the best fighter on the planet Earth. Act like it. Act like it. That's for Shakur. You know who is acting like they believe they're the best fighter on the planet Earth in or around 140 to 154 pounds? Devin Haney. Y'all said Brian Norman was going to put Devin in a coma.
Remember this day. Remember this day.
So we know who do and don't have confidence issues. We know. He said, all right, bye. Good show today, homie. Love these sort of breakdowns. For sure. Appreciate you tapping in, cuz. In Too Deep said, you didn't tell us who's going to win, Boots or Xander. We're going to cover that as the fight get closer. It's the 8th. They fight on the 27th. So we probably going to cover that fight probably 10 more times before we get there. So I'll give my prediction as we get closer. In Too Deep said, we're going to have a problem because Tank finishes him and Shakur lets them go to decision. Jordan says Shakur did fight a 50-50 fight. De Los Santos, did he shit the bed that night? But did the public think it was 50-50? Because the sports book didn't. I don't know that the public thought that fight was 50-50, Jay. In your opinion, it was 50-50. In my opinion, it was 50-50 if they didn't turn it into a glorified sparring match, if they would have actually fought each other. But, yeah. It's like the De Los Santos fight is damn near null and void. In Too Deep said, and we know Devin's a weight bully. Come on now. He ain't a weight bully. How you a weight bully that ain't never missed weight? Keyshawn Davis is a weight bully. That nigga don't never make weight. In Too Deep said, I didn't say that. I thought it was going to be an even matchup. I thought it was a 50-50 fight, to be honest with you. Teach said, how did you see the Shock and Ford fight before the odds were announced? I had O'Shaquie fight. I had O'Shaquie Foster winning that fight the whole way. I knew that Ford's arms was too short, and he ain't never shown me nothing with his footwork that let me know he was going to be able to get there. And it showed. He was falling short all night. Teach said I had to fight 50-50, but during the fight, it was more like 80-20. Yeah, I had Shock the whole way. I never had Ford. Yeah, it just is what it is. If you got them short-ass arms and I don't see nothing with them feet, you cooked. That's how I'm betting. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. To have short arms, you got to have magical feet. I ain't going to lie to you. And Ray Ford is, I ain't going to call him flat-footed, but getting in and out ain't his specialty. To me, him drawing you in and getting his work off, or him stepping in and staying in and getting his work off, yeah. But getting in, getting off, and then stepping off or getting out like he was going to need to do against O'Shaquie, with O'Shaquie having a very active jab, it was going to be a long night for him from the get-go. Bad style matchup. I never had Ford. But a lot of people that know boxing, a lot of trainers, a lot of purists and all this other shit, that'd be the thing about this shit with the content creation. You got all these experts and they be like super wrong about shit that I be seeing hella clear. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like you could just tell the biases, but you get it. They have more biases. They've been watching these guys fight since nationals or since the local amateurs and shit. They've been watching these guys since they was 9-10 years old. A guy like me, I get on to these fighters when they early in their pro career. So I understand the investment plays into people's opinions. It don't play into mine. I'm going off what I see. Ford never was going to beat Foster. And I'm going to go this far too. If Ford and Foster fight 10 times, Foster going to win 10 times. I ain't going to hold you. And that ain't no disrespect to Raymond Ford. Styles make fights, and that's a bad matchup for him. It just is. Ray Ford should be fighting the same type of fights Lamont Roach taking. Mexicans. People that's going to be right there for you to get off. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. People that's going to come forward and fight you in the pocket. That's what Ray Ford need to be fighting. Stylistically, he don't need to fight nobody who he going to have a hard time getting to. He just don't. Especially not if they got some IQ, because they're going to keep him on the end of shit. It just is what it is. It's going to look like the Foster fight all over again. Like Ray Ford fight against, if Ray Ford fight against, let me tell you somebody. What's my nigga name? Devin was talking about fighting him at one point. Damn, he fought against, he got robbed against, No, I gotta find it now. This shit finna blow me. Who Jermaine Ortiz? Jermaine Ortiz fought him. Sandor Martin. There we go. Like if somebody, if Ray Ford fights somebody like a Sandor Martin, he gonna get outboxed again. Sandor gonna keep him on the end of shit, bro. It just is what it is. Like somebody with that style, G4 not beating him. He said, I picked Shock to win, but what I see as a close fight changes during the fight. Whoever comes best prepared. I feel that. Strategy always gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? That's why we make predictions, but it's always at the end of the day gonna be a wait and see. Because you might be the better fighter with a bad game plan. You know what I'm saying? Or you might have a decent game plan, but somebody else's game plan is better aligned to offset what you're trying to do. And if you can't make them adjustments on the fly, or if you don't have what you need in your tool bag that night, you're going to have to go get better. It's going to be a rough learning experience for the night. In Too Deep said, Devin Haney is widely labeled a weight bully in boxing community as his extreme rehydration percentages have directly pushed the limits of regulatory rules. There are no limits to regulatory rules. There's only one sanctioning body that wants you to only rehydrate up 10 pounds until the morning of the fight, and then you can finish rehydrating the rest of the way. I believe that's the WBA? No, the IBF? I forget which one got the rehydration shit. But, yeah, man, it's only one sanctioning body that do that. But if you can make the weight, you make the weight. There's no weight bullying. If a dude is that much bigger than you and he putting on 30 pounds overnight, you should come into the fight trying to go to the body. That's all I'm going to tell you. If he can make the weight, he can make the weight. It's the IBF. Yeah, the IBF, they got the rehydration shit. Thank you, Teach. He said, didn't mean to get you off topic. Just wanted to get your thoughts. No, you good. We done talking about the topics for the day. It's just free flowing. But I'm about to wrap up. I just wanted to get to all y'all chats. In Too Deep said, we talking about the state regulatory board, not the actual commission of boxing sanction. Right. If he ain't breaking no rules, he ain't breaking no rules. Pushing the limits and breaking the limits, two different things. WBC does a weight check. Right. But it's not a mandatory rehydration limit, though. They just want to see. But I think that's in accordance with what he's saying, the state regulatory board. So they check to make sure you ain't blowing up to damn near 200 and shit to fight somebody at 147. But yeah, man, that's it on the Classic Code Sports, man. You know my final request is always the same. If y'all don't do nothing else for me, make sure y'all stick to the codes. We got another classic. Yeah.
Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it in the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time, for real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages on moon getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing? 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 You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Put that on my soul. They ain't hungry no more when it's time to eat crow. Or farming, I'm enhancing my glow. Ain't gon' argue with you about what I know. Photo album, all I'm seeing is ghosts. Had to remodel from pillar to post. Said what I said, I ain't come here to argue. You said congratulations, should've said sorry. Got it, now you won't be part of the party. Your access denied, I'm sorry, not sorry. When I needed air, niggas wouldn't have farted. Now they pulling up and thinking we solid. Now I'm on the phone talking $1 million topics. Up early, Zoom call out to Abu Dhabi. Don't answer my phone if it's gonna be about gossip. I don't really care, everybody got problems. That's why I be sharing my woes, letting y'all know it's okay, you can come up from the bottom. Scraping, scratching, clawing. Before I start running, I started with crawling. Before I got balance, I started with falling. Started with broke before I ever was balling. Started with hope before ever rewarded. They ain't show up till I became important. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Been watching my story all winter. Why you ain't say nothing?